Hey guys, I'm doing a card process video on this cake spinner card. For more information, head over to my blog, craftepicurean.com. So the first step in this card is to create the blue ombre background. So I'm going to be using 3 different blue inks from Altenew, which are these crisp dye inks. My lightest colour is Sea Glass, and my mid-tone is Ocean Waves, and my darkest colour is going to be Dusk. I start with the lightest colour using my blending brushes, which I bought off AliExpress. When I post a review on these blending brushes, I'll put a link in the top right hand corner and a link in the description below to my blog post on the review. Anyway, here I am speeding up the video while I create this blue ombre background using my blending brushes. And here's the finished result. Now it does look like you can see the transitions between the 3 colours, but as it dries they do blend into each other a lot better. So here's my blue ombre background again. Now to make this spinner card I'm going to need a window. So I'm going to use a circle die cut to make my window. And inside that window I'm going to have these cake die cuts spinning, which are left over from my crafty stash. Decided to go on the darker side of the card, which is where I'm going to place my window for where my cake spinner is going to spin in. Now I'm just lining up that card front onto my card base, and now using some low tack masking tape to tape it in place so it doesn't move around that much. So I'm just lining up where I want to die cut my window for my spinner, and then I'll get a piece of masking tape again and secure it down where I like it. And then I'm going to remove that piece from the edge there. And I've gone ahead and I've cut those out from, now I've cut the spinner window out from the card front as well as the card base. Now it's time to attach the actual spinner element to the card, which I'm going to use double-sided tape. Again, I'm going to speed the video up through this process, but you'll see how I do it. So you want to make sure that the string that the spinner is going to be attached to is really taut. Now I've just put double-sided tape on the back of one of my die cuts and removed the release paper. And that's going to go on the underside or the inside of the card base, but under the string. Now I'm not putting the cake straight up and down because I want it to spin on an angle. And then once it's placed in the position that I want it in, I press the string onto the double-sided tape to grab the die cut. On the other side of this cake spinner image, I put some double-sided tape, take off the release paper, and now I'm going to carefully line it up with the other half of the spinner element. Now press that down and sandwich the spinner string in between the two images. Next step is to adhere the card front to the card base. Again, double-sided tape and speeding up the video. So when I put the card front down, I make sure that the circle die cuts are lined up. And now to test the spinner, just twist the element a few times, have the card close and open it and see it spin. Now to the sentiment. So I've decided to use a happy die cut that I also had lying around in my crafty stash. And I'm going to stamp birthday wishes underneath it. I also decided that I'm actually going to use my stamping platform, which is a We Are Memory Keepers precision press. And I'm now just going to put my card and card front and adhere it down to the stamping platform using masking tape. Here I'm using a T-ruler to line up and get that birthday wishes stamp straight. Close the door on my stamping platform to grab the stamp, and I'll be using Ranger Archival ink in jet black to stamp that sentiment birthday wishes. Open the door on the stamping platform, ink up the stamp, press it down. It didn't quite stamp that well, so I re-inked and re-stamped. That's the bonus of using a stamping platform. You can just re-stamp it and fix those little mistakes. Remove the card from the stamping platform, and now I'm going to adhere down that happy die cut. I'll be using my glue pen, which I also bought off AliExpress. I believe I've done a review for this product as well, so I'll put a link to that once I find it. To adhere that die cut down, I just put dots of glue down all over the die cut. And now I'm going to carefully pick it up. And then carefully place it on the front of the card above the birthday wishes sentiment. And I like to use just little taps to get these delicate type die cuts to adhere to the card front. And that's the finished card. And just going to check the spinner now. And there it goes. And that's my blue ombre cake spinner birthday card. For more information, head over to my blog CraftyEpicurean.com, and thank you for watching.